I've done my part. I've done the best that I possibly can to create something that I'm incredibly proud of and I truly believe will help people. But beyond that, it's out of my control.
This is The Deep Dive with Adam Roa.
And for me, this journey has been medicine because it unlocked the musician in me. It unlocked more of my artistry and what I thought was possible for myself. And I started to go on tour when I toured Canada with my spoken word poetry show. And I said, okay, let me pre-sell this. This was over a year ago. I was pre-selling it in order to release it. And something just didn't feel right. And I pulled it and I refunded everyone their money. And I said, I am really sorry, but I'm not selling this. I'm not releasing this now. And I have waited for over a year since I thought it would be out into the world to wait until it felt like the right time. And some of that's external circumstances, but most of that is my internal circumstances. The part of me that didn't feel ready yet and didn't even know that. The part of me that has gotten to see people actually experience this, to see what's possible for it, and so to believe even more deeply in its power. That has been my medicine. And then to go on this journey, because every time I've done a listening, because it's so new, right? Because I don't have anything to compare it to, that's both, there's some pros and cons to that in a way. The pros of that is it's innovative. Like that's what it means to be innovative. There's nothing really like it. The con to that, the scary part of that is there's nothing like it. I don't have a blueprint to follow. I don't know how you're going to receive it. It could be something that blows people's minds and people are like, I haven't heard anything like this. And it goes on to like win a Grammy. And it could be something that is so obscure that a few hundred people listen to it and that's it. Who knows? And it's been a journey of being able to pour my heart and soul into it, to go into these medicine ceremonies. When I say I went into these, like Iboga, that wasn't easy. It was incredibly difficult. I faced off with some hardcore shadow. And yet, so pouring myself into this thing and then now needing to be at a space where it's coming out into the world and I get to say, I release my need for it to do anything that I thought it was going to do. I get to say, I've done my part. I have done the best that I possibly can to create something that I'm incredibly proud of and I truly believe will help people. But beyond that, it's out of my control. I've done my best to honor it by not selling it before it felt ready, by promoting it as best I can, by asking all of you to support it, by pre-saving the single on Spotify, by following the Spotify artist profile, by sharing the information and the single and sharing about the album and purchasing the album. And facing off with the part of myself that feels any sort of entitlement, like I'm owed anything. This podcast I've been putting out for 3+ years. I haven't monetized it, right? There's no ads running on this. And the part of me that goes, for someone who's listened to so many of my podcasts, of course they would want to pay $10 or $15 for an album. Like this is a free podcast. Why wouldn't they want to support that? Or people who watch all my Facebook lives and all the things, like why wouldn't they? But is that true? Or is that just the little boy in me that wants to be liked, that wants to feel loved and supported? This has been my journey to be able to create with non-attachment. The last podcast I put out was just about this, releasing the attachment to the result, the need for it to do something, while still holding the vision that it can.